to prove that. We'll be there. We'll live stream from there. And so this idea that we would fly somewhere else.
Yeah, but even from there, you could take a bloody detour. I mean, come on, you're not exactly there yet.
Well, the very the very fact that they're going on an airplane disproves the globe, right? So it's a game over as soon as they get on plane.
There you go. There you go. The gyroscope set to the horizontal. Done.
From the southern tip of South America and end up not in Antarctica is crazy. That flight would be insanely long, would fly over multiple continents. And the reality is, as soon as we take off, we're going to be over water, and we're going to be over water for a few hours, and then all of a sudden we're going to be over Antarctica. So yeah, that particular one is no good. And if they want to make that their answer as to we are not in Antarctica, number one, it's not going to hold any water, no pun intended. Number two, they're not going to be able to make it make sense on any particular model because
it's not going to hold any water, no pun intended. What's the pun there? We talk about water being at level, still water being level, at rest being level. What's the no holds water pun there? I didn't get the pun.
You know, with the charlatan, that just means he's lying.
Oh, right.
Again, we're going to be monitoring the sun down there, and if they think we're somewhere else, they're going to have to explain that.
Yeah, because you're going to, like you said, fly a few hours over water, and it's actually going to be colder where you're going. Like you said, there'll be snow where you're going. So where else could you have went? If you would have went north, you wouldn't expect snow and cold weather. Are you just relying on that logical line of thinking and hope that can...
Chris is being so gullible and naive, isn't he? He's just falling for it all.
No, it comes across as very nice, but it's just as dishonest as the rest of them. Mate.
I don't think so.
I told you, didn't I?
You did. You did. I like to give people a chance, Rush. You know me.
Convinces people that you are, in fact, in Antarctica, or do you have some other strategies to establish that you traveled there?
Yeah, I do have a couple other ones. One is going to be GPS. We're going to have a GPS unit for both teams, Globe team and Flat Earth team, and then also we're going to take some videos out the window, which will show the direction that we're flying, and we'll also, record the time of the flight. There's a lot of different things. I'm hoping the flight will be trackable on, websites that track flights, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You're hoping it'll be trackable. Why wouldn't it?
You know what? I hope they go me. I can't wait to see this sorry ass shit show of a video.
You're hoping it's trackable. Why wouldn't it be trackable with all these satellites and all that kind of stuff? Why wouldn't it be trackable? Huh.
Current status update, I know you give them pretty regularly, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I know you originally said you were going to pay for one trip, fully funded, for one globe earther and one flat earther. Currently, there's Dave McKeegan, Jaron as well now. What did I miss? How did Whitsitt get a complimentary trip as well?
Yeah, so the first person we offered a free trip to was Flat Earth David Weiss. He turned it down, and then it went to Jaron next. Jaron accepted it, but he didn't want to go alone with a bunch of Globers, and so he asked if another Flat Earther could go, preferably Austin Whitsitt, and so I agreed to do that. So that's how you've got two Flat Earthers on that side versus one Glober, and current numbers actually are 4 Globers are going, but they're either crowdfunding or paying their own way, other than McKeegan, and actually 3 Flat Earthers who 2 of...
Hey Jermaine, it's good to see you, bro.
Everyone's favorite anus.
Everybody's favorite butthole.
Yamanus.
Yamanus.
them are going on my dime, and one of them is going via crowdfunding.
Is it just 4 Globers now? I thought the score was 8-3.
So the scoreboard is who has participated in the experiment itself from
1-0 to Flat Earth. Simple.
The original.
Always will be.
Original 24 Flat Earthers and 24 Globe Earthers that I invited. This experiment is going to be worldwide, meaning we're going to need people to do things.
Worldwide experiment. Looking at the sun is a worldwide experiment.
Yeah, he's a mega star. He probably went to a Diddy party.
He probably went to a Diddy party.
He was the
With a
baby
name
oil
like
man.
Duffy and Diddy, well.
He went to a Diddy party and came away with baby
Oh,
oil.
are you that flat after that accused him of being
No.
Oh, wow.
I'll bet.
From where they live, and we're going to need people boots on the ground in Antarctica. So we
Alright.
actually have a tab on our website called Antarctica Bound, which has a list of who's actually going to Antarctica. But in terms of participation in the experiment, we've had 8 on the globe side and 3 on the flat Earth side participate.
But don't you have like MC Tuner's crowdfunding? I know.
And it was funny that Lisbeth got chosen out of all the legit people that was there. Well, the 3 that I knew anyway, like Brian Leakey.
Who's doing? Where they getting? Who's crowdfunding though? Like, who's chucking into that? Like,
I haven't got a blooming clue.
Platoon crowdfunded.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna come in with my phone. I'll be back.
All right, dude. Not sure, babe.
I
Not
thought it
sure.
was.
Oh, and as well as a few others. Who are you not counting them yet because they're not paid up?
Yeah, correct. So Dave McKeegan is paid up, and he's going. Critical Think he has a YouTube channel. He's paid up. He's going. Leonard William is just someone from Australia who saw the final experiment. Has always wanted to go to Antarctica. He contacted me and said, "Hey, can I join you guys? I'll pay my own way." And I said, "Absolutely." So then he signed up, and then me. So that's 4 on the globe side, 3 on the flat Earth side. I do expect MC Tune to go. So then that would be 5 on the globe side, actually boots on the ground.
So obviously things begin with you making an offer for the all expense paid trip to someone. If they're going to accept it, most likely a verbal acceptance or via email. That's really non-binding. Where does it go from there? And at what point are they, or at any point, are they actually?
Jim said, I've got a jar lid that says Jim Jam. Nice. Jim Jam, yeah.
Jim Jam's our pajamas.
They are. Jim Jam's are PJs, yeah.
Do you know my sister's name? Jenna. We used to call her Jem Jars.
No, I just used to call them pajamas.
Jem Jars.
Pajamas.
Pajamas, eh? Just pajamas. Right.
No, my sister.
What? She goes
We
what?
call her
Oh, you
Jem-
shouted your sister's name out last night in your sleep. Oh, Jenna! Yeah.
Her name's Jenna.
Oh, Jenna then. Jenna. Well,
I woke myself up last night talking in my sleep.
Oh, did you? Vicky does that a
Oh,
lot.
oh,
Vicky does that a lot. She shouted her sister last
no, we
night.
used to call her Jem Jars.
What's your sister's married name?
Jenna Taylor.
Our sister's married name is Jenna Taylor.
Jenna Taylor.
Jenna Taylor, yeah.
That's the right name.
Ain't it?
It's terrible.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it?
She took that name instead of keeping
It's like Mike Hunt, you know what I mean? It's not bad. Wow. Did they think about it before they got married? Did you know?
It's like one of the top 10 worst names you can
Yeah,
have.
of course it is Jenna Taylor.
But saying that, Spud's wife's called Jenna Taylor as well.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Sorry, Spud. Magic name. Love it. Brilliant name. Fantastic.
You could have been joking.
I could have been joking.
It's been Spud for ages.
He comes in every now and again to flats. That's it. Not very often.
It's a bit quite-
Yeah. I mean, he does do videos on his channel, doesn't he? But not often.
I haven't seen him put any up for a while.
Because every time he puts a bike one up, it's only short. I mean, I go and watch him now and again. But yeah, I don't think that's put one up for a while. To be
I
honest.
watch Spud's videos.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, they were right keen on getting into the Bible at one point, like, brother.
He was. He was going to start coming in stream more, in voice more, wasn't he? An element when he got his Chromebook, but said the Chromebook didn't do element, and then he was waiting for something else. He did. I remember him saying he was keen on coming in. Then it's just about then he kind of disappeared. But I have seen him a couple of times in flats, but not often. Not often. I like Spud. He's funny.
Actually committed one way or another.
Yeah, so
Good to be
if someone
committed.
accepts a trip that's being paid for by someone else, the next step is I introduce them to the company we're using to get to Antarctica, Antarctic Logistics and Expeditions, ALE. And then ALE gives them an application to fill out,
ALE.
medical forms to
ALE.
fill out, and they have to fill those out and sign
Demon.
them, and they have to be medically approved to go to Antarctica. There are no hospitals in Antarctica, so They're not going to let
So
people
they're
that
going to need the help.
have serious health issues or serious recent health issues go, because if they have a medical emergency, the closest hospital is honestly in South America, which is a 4 to 5 hour flight away.
Yeah.
Once they're medically approved, then they have to, the payment has to be made on their behalf, and now they're ready to go. So the whole process takes a couple of weeks in a normal circumstances.
Well, what are you now? Less than 3 months out. And can you tell us where Dave, Jaron, and Austin are?
See, so many formalities and stuff to do, and they expect people that, yeah, you can go Antarctica, just get on a plane, go Antarctica, see for yourself. You've got to go through all this crap.
You'd think it'd all be sorted out and nailed on by now, really, wouldn't you? If
would.
they're going in December, like.
Of course, you would. I mean, it's only a couple of months away. A few months.
Are in the process?
Yes, they're all approved and paid for.
Oh, they've had their medical approved. Okay, great.
That's
Well,
right.
it's been done.
Do you worry that the flat earthers, since they're not financially invested, might back out right before, like the last week or the day before? Not saying they will, but do you have a backup plan if that were to happen?
Okay, so there is a contract signed between me, Dave McKeegan, Jaron, and Austin. And if they back out, they have to reimburse me for
There it is.
what I've paid for.
That's a bit of scene start. So they've got, if they back out, they've got to reimburse. It's very generous, very generous. No. I thought if he had that much money, would it bother him that much? I don't think so, but there you go.
I don't know. I think, like, if they've agreed to go, then if they drop out, they should pay. Like, I think.
Yeah, but if it's not already been paid, if it's not already been paid for, then why would they need to pay it? That's what I'm saying. Unless it's already been paid for. Because I thought this had still to be done.
Well,
They,
there
like,
must be like a cut-off time that it all has to be paid up before December. Like, surely they're not just like they're not paying on last day before they go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose you're right enough. I'm just basically, I just don't like the dude because of, you know, what he's doing. I think he's sly, sneaky. I love him to Christ, just don't like him.
Them to go. So that's pretty helpful. If they do back out, again, hopefully they see how bad that will look in the big scheme of things, right? Imagine.
Jeff says it's because there's no refunds on the tour side of things. Right, okay, got ya. Fair enough.
Having a trip completely paid for you to go, all eyes are watching to see what happens, and then you just no show. It's definitely not a good look, and the fact that we've got 3
of
flat
course
earthers
not.
going, if all 3 of
I
them
don't think
back
anybody's
out,
going.
all that would say is they have a complete fear of what they would find down there, and that would contradict what they've always said about Antarctica, which is it's the most important place anyone can go to discover what there is, the nature of our realm, possible other lands, possible other regions.
No, I don't think you can, Jeff. Can you trust the man in this place? No, I don't think you can. No. Come on, Michael.
I was just going to say, I'll talking about extra lands, like they're not going to be in a position to even if there were a possibility that there is, which I don't think there is, like they're not going anywhere. They're just like in a little campsite.
A site, yeah. They're not exploring. They're not doing any of that. They're observing one thing, the sky. That's it. If they're observing anything at all. Yeah, right. They're not going exploring. They're not going anywhere.
Resources, and so yeah, it would just be a really bad look. And so because of that, I don't think any of them will do that. I think all 3 of them will show up, and I think they're all excited, and I think they'll all report honestly what we find down there.
I don't think they'll back out, but would you still go without them if it was just globe earthers?
Of course. Yeah.
Huh.
I want to compare this
What is that
changing
silly question, man?
I mean,
They're all just going to chuck their all money away, like, and not go at
exactly.
all.
What
That'd
would
be
be
silly.
the point? If you believe anyway that it's 24-hour sun and there's no flat earthers going, then why are you going? Why would you go? I mean, what's the point?
Because they've paid. Why wouldn't they go?
Well, I keep forgetting that. I keep
You
forgetting
keep
about
thinking
the
that like
it's not paid. I know.
once
I know.
money's paid, you don't get it back.
I know. I know. I
Duffy
keep
don't,
thinking it's not paid. I know.
Duffy don't get his money back if they don't go. You know.
Of opinions and backtracking to the excitement leading up to Bob and Jaren performing their respective experiments in the documentary Behind the Curve. To me, it's obvious those two were confident and excited to demonstrate that the Earth doesn't rotate, and in Jaren's case, that there is no curve. And clearly, they were genuinely shocked when the results didn't match their expectations. Have flat earthers become increasingly cynical over the years? Or maybe it's just the overwhelming confidence of the globe side that's got them shook. Why do you think they were so excited to perform the experiments back then, and that wasn't the case for the final experiment?
Doing no
Yeah,
experiments
that's
back
a really
then
good
either.
question.
No, exactly. So you're not so listening.
I don't know a lot about Jaren's experiment other than what's on the documentary, which he again claims, and he might be right, probably is, that it was completely doctored and chopped up and edited to make it look like something it wasn't. Bob Nodell, on the other hand, is pretty clear. When they got him on camera saying, we can't let this information, this 15 degrees per hour, we can't let that get out to the
Right?
public.
What?
I,
Did you see that?
I ain't seen that video.
I haven't seen that. Bob Nodell said we can't let this get out to the public, but yet he said it on Netflix. Why?
No,
Why-
yeah, listen, it was there again, taken out of context.
Yeah,
Taken
exactly.
completely out of context. They also didn't mention that when he used his laser ring gyroscope and he got that reading, that when they went to a higher elevation, the reading was different, indicating that it was not the Earth moving, it was the fucking stars.
Yeah. That's right. I do remember that. They went to higher elevation. Right? I do remember that.
Listen, this turkey right here is the most dishonest, devil worshiping little son of a bitch I've seen in the longest time. And for him to wear these sheep's clothing and come out here and try to act like, oh, I'm this Christian pastor, bullshit. You are
Absolutely.
bullshit. You are. I call you out bullshit all day long, Duffy.
I agree with you. So absolutely. Yes, babe.
Can you put these things on trash?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I totally agree. So
No, that's clear he's trying to hide something. So, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know how to answer your question. It could be that they were doing the experiments and they thought, hey, if we're doing an experiment and it doesn't go well, we can just sweep it under the rug. And the fact that TFE is like, I'm doing it and it's being broadcast to everyone and everyone's talking about it, it's a little bit riskier, right? You can't try to pull what Bob Nodell tried to pull, which is like, okay, the results are not what we thought they were going to be, so we're not going to tell people. That's not what this.
bullshit again. Bullshit. I didn't. Like you said, I believe Sov when he says it was taken out of context. Absolutely.
I do.
Absolutely. That's just like trying to. I mean, come on. People have obviously had this before and proved it bloody wrong. Because when I had it just then, it's like, it was that long ago. I ain't had that. I remember that. Ridiculous. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you.
Hi, Barbara.
Yeah, bullshit, Duffy. Calling someone a liar that I hadn't actually said. Saying someone, that's false witness, bearing false witness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
This is
and the
about-
whole
this is
thing
about
is, this
transparency.
guy right from the get-go, right from the start, was dishonest.
Absolutely.
Right
Well,
from the freaking start. As soon as he mentioned Tune, I was like, okay, so this has got some kind of fucking CIA
Yeah.
bullshit involved with it. Okay, gotcha.
Did you see Sean's face when he says, "Who's this guy?" And he says, his name's MC2, and you're like, head just went back. Right? Come on. So did mine at that point.
Me too. It was collective. I think everybody watching that at that moment had the same reaction.
It's Monday.
Absolutely. Sorry,
Isn't it? It's Monday.
it is Monday. But
This is about honesty. This is about truth. And so, yeah, whatever happens
you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the face, dude.
will be broadcast to the entire world. It will be videotaped. There'll be eyewitnesses. And again, I've made a commitment to the flat Earth community that if there is no 24-hour sun, if the sun sets, I will blow the lid off this thing. Flat earthers have
Bullshit.
tried to tell me that I'm going to be paid off to lie and all
You're giving flat earthers your word when you've already lied to flat earthers. What does that word mean? Not much.
this kind of stuff, and I'm just not going to do that. So,
If, of course not, but let's say the sun does set. Now, we're expecting flat earthers to basically admit the globe is true if it doesn't set. I don't think for a minute that the globers, if the sun was to set, any of them would become flat earthers. Now, many of them have offered to do this or that. They've demonstrated how confident they are that it's not going
I
to
really don't think they would. I really don't think anybody would.
set. But if it did, what do you think the response of the globe side would be?
well,
Do you know, like,
there's
biggest
a whole
problem
list
for me?
of people on the globe side.
Are we to entertain the idea that governments are really going to allow these guys to come down and come back and prove flat Earth? Are we really going to believe that?
Well, that is well, Michael. Exactly. They
The
all-
lengths and time that they've gone to put into this globe production. You think they're just going to let a few idiots go down Antarctica and blow the lid off it all?
No, that's a good point. That's a complete
Not at all.
that's a brilliant point. Because no, of course not. Of course not. They're invested in it being a globe, so it's not going to happen. Of course it's not.
They know something we don't. The powers
course.
that be know something we don't, or there's something has changed. I think for sure something has changed, and something will not be as we think it should be. Something, or they are using technology or some kind of thing, chemtrail spraying, blue beam technology, whatever, to fake, or a little fake sun they got coming up from behind in the land over there. They can have a little fake sun ready. They have been doing that in China, and they're playing with that. Who knows? They got a tiny one ready for the experiment.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, dude. Absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Saying
Duffy
that-
don't realise when he makes them statements, like, it's not just proving to globe Earth isn't flat Earth that it's flat or globe, you know what I mean? It's like you'd be proving it to the world that it were flat. There's no way that's going to be allowed.
Well, look, this would have already been big hit, right, by now.
Of course.
If this were a fact, they would never have had to have ever faked one video, not much less several.
Exactly.
Right? How many fake ones do you ever see coming out of the north? None.
Exactly right. Because they don't have to. Exactly.
Come on. This is really a psyop. This whole thing is a psyop. I'm telling you.
Yep,
Of
I
course.
agree.
Of course it is. I mean, they're invested in it. I mean, there's a lot of people seeing the truth. A lot more people seeing the truth. But they still hold the cards. They still hold all the cards. You know what I mean?
They'll admit they were wrong. They'll become flat Earth. They will denounce the globe. They'll delete their videos. They'll delete their YouTube channels.
Sure.
Unless we're going to say they're all lying, I think they'll all do exactly what they said they would do.
So all these people who are making a living on YouTube, you know what I mean? They just delete their channels and stuff like that. Of course they're bloody not.
See you later.
Craig
See you
said
later.
he would change his from fight the flat Earth to fight the globe Earth, and I'm like, no, we don't want him. We don't want him. I don't give a shit what he thinks. I don't
Fuck
want
no.
him. He's a toxic person.
Oh, of course.
So you've all seen Robot Polisher's new video, haven't you? So Craig would have to eat all them words he said on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just watching that earlier on here, the one where he's talking about his story time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking guy.
They may
Yeah,
follow through
it's
with the
funny
promises
how
they
he
make, whether
always
they
has these confrontations with people. Do you think it could be you and not the people, Craig?
Yeah.
It's not you standing up to bully. It's you being a little faggy Karen and
he is his
telling
name.
you to go blow something,
He proper is a Kevin, or whatever you want to call him. I think it's a Kevin. You would say
Darren.
Darren.
A Darren? Is that it? Yeah, Darren. Yeah. That makes more sense. Way more sense.
believe the Earth is flat or not, that's, I think, a different question. I would just say, I would think, and I'm just being honest here, so I don't even blame the flat earthers who are going to see the 24-hour sun and not become globers, right? I wouldn't become a flat earther. I would say, hey guys, we must have messed up here. What did we do wrong?
See? There you go. There you go.
Where are we? Maybe we're in the wrong place. It's the wrong time of year. Like, what did we do wrong? So, I don't know. I think it's maybe a little unfair to expect any flat earthers to instantly become.
Well, basically, Chris has just admitted that no amount of evidence will ever make him change his mind.
Exactly. I mean, we say that because we know the truth, but I mean, the professors say, "Oh, well, the sun goes down, then we'll see it's a globe and all." But he's saying, I think he's telling the truth about it. I mean, he's snidey and that, but he's telling the truth right now. It's not going to change my mind. It's like, what's going on here? We've got something wrong, but you've been so sure about all your evidence up to now, but you must have something wrong. There you go. Globies do everything wrong. Absolutely. Barbara says, I'm thinking Duffy must be an atheist in pastor's clothing. Well, yeah, just a wolf in sheep's clothing. Exactly that. He obviously hasn't read his Bible or believe in eternal hell. I bet he won't be smiley when his judgment is pronounced. No.
He believes in hell. He thinks it's heaven.
Well, yeah, he does. Trust the government. Yeah, man. True say, though, Barbara. True say.
Globe earthers when the sun doesn't set.
And hell is heaven for
Here's
demons.
Here's the deal. The globe model is very specific and it's very precise. For example, people have tried to say, well, maybe the globe side, if the sun.
There you go, Chris. So it's very precise. So if it's something, if there's no 24-hour sun, then you shouldn't just be saying, "Oh, we got something wrong there." It's so precise.
And that's its downfall, though, that it's so precise. Like it can only be this, and that's it. Like, you know, for flat Earth, that's not the case. Like, you know.
And at the same time, they admit that they've only got maybe 1% right. Stupid. A lot of it.
Stats will say, well, maybe the Earth is not tilted, or maybe it's not tilted at 23.5 degrees. None of that works. If you don't tilt the Earth, you don't have the 24-hour sun in the north during the, northern summer. And so I do feel like globe earthers would acknowledge that we don't live on a globe if the sun sets.
Really, I don't think. I would assume that we did something wrong, and that the model is the model. That's just how I feel. If something doesn't match, if your results don't match the results of every other scientist and expert in the world for the last hundreds of years, if you get different results, the first thing you should think, in my opinion, is where did I go wrong?
Yeah, we can definitely look at that. The other thing to
sorry, what
consider
an idiot.
is the
I just wanna
impossibility
slap
of
his
a
dumb face.
24-hour sun on their lawn.
Oh, well.
I feel the same, Dick, honestly.
I think he's actually, I think Chris is actually sub to this channel. Or was it his word is truth he was sub to, Michael? It might have been his
You
word.
just
I
gotta be
don't
dumb and
know,
ignorant first of all. That's what you gotta do. Be dumb and ignorant first.
It looks like a rabbit caught in headlights, though, doesn't it?
Just me or
I thought Duffy hadn't looked into the heliocentric much, and he's trying to teach Chris here about the model. Yeah.
That's a big one. And so I think that the 24-hour sun in Antarctica might be in the top 3 ways to falsify flat Earth. My top 2 would be a flight over.
Guess who's back? Roger's back. Back again. Tell a friend. Hey, Rog.
Antarctica.
Don't you think like measurable curvature would be like top 1?
You bloody think so? Instead of looking at the sky all the time to prove the ground.
What up,
You
Mariga?
can go from anywhere, but maybe you leave the southern tip of South America, fly due south, go over the South Pole, and then you come up north to Australia. That to me would be absolute proof that we live on a globe and that the flat Earth model can't work. Number 2 would be the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So these are big deals.
Just rewind that
falsifying
back,
flat
PJ.
Earth. And
How far back? About 10?
Just when he's talking about that flight, just rewind it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he said fly from South America over South Pole and up by Australia, and that'll prove a globe.
be in the top 3 ways to falsify flat Earth. My top 2 would be a flight over Antarctica. So you can go from anywhere, but maybe you leave the southern tip of South America, fly due south, go over the South Pole, and then you come up north to Australia. That to me would be absolute proof.
What?
No,
Up north to Australia?
that's not, that what you need to prove there, Duffy, is pole to pole circumnavigation, and that's not pole to pole. You're doing what they all do that claim they cross Antarctica. You're like just cutting a chunk off it.
Yeah, except they're taking a right sort of thing. Yeah,
If you were to fly south of south from South America over South Pole, you wouldn't be coming up at Australia, would you?
No.
And why can't we
You'd be
just
across to it? You'd be going across to it.
Why can't we just do a straight line flight? You know, I want to do a straight line flight from the center to this side, that side, the other side, straight line outwards.
I've got a video on my channel, this lad, one of Simon Dan's trolls sent me. Proof here, circumpolar navigation, a proper video, right? So I looked at it and it showed you out maps, and it was like doing east to west. We weren't even doing north to south. And they claim that's pole to pole.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
In their minds, it bloody is. It's so stupid.
They don't even. These people don't even know what they're hearing or seeing. It's like
at all.
Mental, man.
They've already got their own bias set before they see it.
Title it video. Pan Am flight, some pole to pole circumnavigation, and they see that and think, there you go, evidence, right? Don't bother to look at video that clearly shows it's done note at sort.
Right.
I'd rate laugh making that video.
Flight routes is the biggest scam, man. That's what's hiding everything we don't know about our own Earth. Other islands, lands, other masses of land they are walking on, doing experiments on. We don't know they're there because we can't even have a flight able to see it from the flight's window. You know, we are flying too low and not close enough to the other places. They just design that so we don't know, we don't see it. And the Antarctic Treaty stops you if you try to sail out there yourself or fly out there yourself. Then you're stopped with military coming to your plane telling you to turn back or you get shot down. Or the same thing on the land, on the waters. Turn back or you get shot down. No explanation. Just turn back. You are in military waters or some other bullshit. You know.
Maybe MH370 saw something it shouldn't have.
Proof that we live on a globe and that the flat Earth model can't work. Number 2 would be the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So these are big deals. For falsifying flat Earth, and I think if we do find a 24-hour sun, it's going to be pretty convincing.
You know, I spoke with Flatzoid. He was on my show also a few months back, and one of my questions to him was, what would convince you that we're on a globe? And one of them was circumnavigation north to south.
Well, hold on a second. Yeah. Did you guys talk about the 24-hour sun at all?
I think his first answer was nothing, obviously.
Unfortunately, we didn't. No, it was prior to you even posting your first video.
Okay, so let me talk about the circumnavigation thing, because this is...
Hey, Barbara, that's Jeff's link for his reading of Joshua today.
This is confusing. You don't need to go from the North Pole south back to the North Pole to prove we live on a globe, okay? So I want to get rid of that right now.
Yeah,
you don't have to do a full circumnavigation. All you'd have to do is what I said. Southern tip of South America, fly south, come up north to Australia. That's it. It's game over.
Why not just go opposite directions around the coast and meet?
Yep. Absolutely.
There you go. That's the way to do it, because we've already see what they do there. They go in and then turn and then come up.
Exactly.
The problem is though, Dave, right? They've already got claim on table that they've done pole to pole circumnavigation, and they haven't.
You haven't.
I know.
That claim's already there, being made.
I don't understand how people can look at this guy's face, especially his eyes, and just that they even want to listen to him talk is amazing to me. But when he talks like this, just give him 10 seconds and you are like, oh my God, let me get the hell out of here and never come back. His eyes are so obviously lying. He's lying at you. He's smiling at you constantly. He's smiling at you like, ooh, I'm going to get those $1,000 from this guy and he's not even going to know. He got those eyes constantly.
Of course they are. Of course they are. But he's tickling the anti-flat earthers' ears. You know what I mean? That's why they like him.
He's sitting there laughing at you
ball
constantly.
You need you.
and is absolutely not possible on a flat Earth model. On a flat Earth model, you fly south of South America and just keep heading south. You will be getting further and further away from Australia.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with where Australia is on their map compared to South America, but
Okay, so here, real quick. There's South America.
okay.
On the A map, there's Australia right there. So if you got on a flight here and headed this way towards Antarctica, you're getting further and further away from Australia.
I see. Okay.
Cool.
I want to talk about a few things that surprised you or that you didn't expect. Did you ever imagine it would be this difficult to give away a free trip, an all-expense-paid trip to Antarctica to a flat earther?
Oh, try to make it sound like a bloody holiday. But he turned down Haskins' offer. A lot more of a generous and honest offer where he could have done actual real observations and measurements.
Did you imagine it would be this difficult?
Never in a million years. I thought it was going to be difficult to figure out who to give it to. Now,
No.
I do need to give credit where credit is due. People on the Globe side were telling me, Will, they're not
When Elizabeth came on, you were here 2 years smiling, dude.
going to accept it. I'm like, what do you mean? Of course they will. And it was just like pulling teeth. So that is one thing I didn't expect. The second thing I didn't expect was being called a pedophile and a human trafficker.
Wow.
See what I mean? There's the part. So, yeah, one person, allegedly one flat earther called him a PDF file and a trafficker. And that means we're all tied with the same brush, you know?
Yeah. You'd call
I
him out.
can't
wouldn't you?
claim anything about him, but he does look like everything I can say that's bad about someone. He looks like the whole package to me.
Yeah, but
I can't prove it, but he looks like the whole package.
It's in the eyes, man. It's in the eyes.
Yeah, it's in the eyes. It's obvious. I think he would touch anything that looked at him, to be honest. But I'm not gonna claim anything.
But yeah, don't they claim that about us? How many times has people said that about flats? I mean, I can name a few times, and a few people that have said it to flats.
Sticks and stones in it, man. I mean,
Of course.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the PDF thing. I'm just talking about the deceptive eyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
They're
mean. too.
beady
soulless.
eyes.
It's soulless. They're soulless.
Of course.
The soul is mocking evil eyes. He's
Mhm.
looking at you like he don't give a shit. He's just laughing his way through the whole thing.
Exactly. Oh, sorry.
Have anyone seen the show Lucifer? It's funny. He's one of those type of looking guys too. You know.
I've seen it a few times. I watched a few seasons, but I didn't carry on watching it.
I had to stop watching it because it was making me start to like Lucifer.
Yeah, it's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But this guy got that kind of face, you know, and I don't like
Yes.
that type of face. I never liked that type of face. There's something I just don't like about it, and I know that sounds weird, but when I see a guy looking like this on the street too, I just don't like him, and he will have to convince me I have to like him if it's possible. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's the eyes, and I don't like this look he has. This specific look he has, you know, I don't like them.
Fair enough.
They look evil to me, especially the eyes.
Yeah, so that's been happening a lot. I haven't caught all of them because I can't, but just this week, a flat earther accused me of being either a pedophile or a human trafficker. It's literally insane the lengths they'll go to discredit me. And again, I want to tell these flat earthers, like, I'm not the enemy. yes, there are people on the globe side that I think are rude, that I think are inconsiderate, and they, just claim that they're right and you're wrong. They're smart, you're dumb. They understand, you don't. Now, even in that situation, when someone's coming to you and they're just being rude and inconsiderate.
Stop. So it is right close buddies with McToon and my mate McToon, right? Everything you've just said there describes McToon.
Aye.
And yet you still think he's this stand-up guy.
Mm-hmm.
Get out
Oh,
of
he's brilliant. He's brilliant, dude. I mean, he's so lovely to people as well, isn't he?
He comes across the right.
Aye.
Can't you remember Wikiflurf, where they were calling Flatzoid a piss drinker and all that business?
Yes, absolutely.
It was literally doxing Nathan Oakley, QE, everybody were on it, like Wikiflurf. And they were proud of that.
Absolutely. He had a whole website on it, didn't he? Wikiflurf, whole website on it, and all these different flat earthers' names, probably their YouTube channels,
where
they lived, all that stuff, what they did, if they
lies about them.
Yeah, made up stuff like they drank piss, all this kind of stuff. Crazy.
No.
Yeah, he did. That's McToon. I don't mind saying it. I don't care if McToon saying it.
We all reported it, so it again took down because it was
all reported it.
That they drank piss?
Yeah, all this kind of stuff.
There were like about 50 flat earthers on it. Like.
I think it's crazy. People can, it's just because people don't understand there's a science to drinking your piss if you are a healthy person, eating the right foods and stuff. I totally get it. I've tried it. It works. It's good for you. But you can't do it if you don't live a certain lifestyle and eat and drink a certain way. It's not for everybody.
No, certainly isn't for everybody.
But everybody should do it. It's just it's not for everybody right now, and everybody don't have the help.
We're going off reservation, like talking about drinking piss. Like that weren't the point.
That's not
the point. Was
lying.
It was a dedicated site to naming flat earthers, where they live, saying things that weren't true, and all this come from McToon, right? And it got took down, and when he got called out about it, he admitted he'd done it and said he'd do it again. That's this stand-up guy that Duffy calls his friend, right? You're a Christian, Duffy, mate.
If people want to drink pee, they can drink pee if they want, but to tar everybody and say he drinks pee when he doesn't, it's lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
People have kids. You can't grandkids. You can't dox where people live.
Exactly. It's dangerous.
That's disgusting. They wouldn't want to dox my address because then I'd open the door with a knife. And I'd stab them with it.
They're welcome to my address anytime they want to come.
You know what I mean?
Aye, absolutely.
I've got cameras.
I say the same as Michael. I'd love to have a boxing match with me too.
I'm going to buy me an egg.
And
I think Lore Lodge
in that
is supposed
situation,
to
it's still not
box Witsit.
Oh yeah, I had something like that. I mean, come on, they're completely different sizes. It would have to beef up a little bit. He would have to beef up and train because at his weight, unless he's a really good boxer already, he's not going to do it. I don't think. Unless Lore Lodge is a complete, he doesn't know anything about boxing. I don't know. It's a possibility, but going on size, Witsit ain't got to win at this weight. He'd have to beef up, man. He'd have to beef up.
Any of them.
You'd win. I know that.
Even with broken arm.
I mean, I'd say if it happened, I'd support Witsit absolutely.
Be right, laugh.
Because I certainly wouldn't support. I mean, I don't like Lore Lodge. I mean, look at that hop he did. He went out that day. We saw with me, with Vicky, and with Flats, with you. Lore Lodge.
When I called him a petulant child, and then PJ went, she's a feisty
fella. Puffing out his cheeks and that.
You know, mad about me calling him a child.
He did.
I'm not a child, I'm an adult.
This guy sucks. He does the joke. He does.
not right to call them something like that, which I've heard happen before. But in my situation, it's like, guys, what have I done that's so bad? All I've done is I've listened to you. I listened to you for 2 years.
Yeah, PJ.
And after listening for 2 years.
2 years? Wait, you've been listening for 2 years and you don't know shit?
I know.
Come on.
PJ, your title on YouTube says, "Is Flat Earth is finished?" I just realized.
Oh yeah, is Flat Earth is finished? Oh yeah, it does. I'll change that now.
I just saw it because I was editing my version of this show's name on mine.
Aye, got it.
Do you know what Duffy did
Nice
wrong?
one. Here's me saying that the other dude, Chris, only put in because he put his title on his Flat Earth is Finnish, as in Scandinavian.
Oh, but
Right.
actually Finland is not a part of Scandinavia. That's that's a mistake people make a lot.
Isn't it? Okay, I didn't know that.
It's not a
Right,
part of
so-
Scandinavia, but it's a part of our family.
Ah,
They just don't count in as Scandinavians, but they are our family, and they do have one of the flags similar to ours. They are one of our families, just not a part of the Scandinavian area.
got you. Right,
PJ.
done. Yes, Michael.
It's passing out, like, but we were talking about Law Lodge. Have you remembered what's on here? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go on. I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Wow. I totally forgot about
One more time for fun.
Go and do it. I totally forgot. Next time, now I remember when we talk about Law Lodge, I'll have to go to the brand and put that on. What they?
You know what Duffy did wrong?
What?
He was friends with McLean.
Yeah.
He lied.
Yeah.
He came in.
Yeah.
Talked shite.
Yeah.
Said we all did these horrible things to him when it was like one person, maybe two.
Aye.
And just lied. And he's an attention whore.
He's an attention whore. Absolutely, babe. I agree. He's a dick. I agree.
That's an insult to dicks.
Well, true that. Whoa, where's the play button? The play button has disappeared.
I can see it.
Well, can you play it? It's disappeared from me.
That's where I got the idea, listening
Come
to
back.
Dave Weiss,
No.
Eric Dubé.
The whole I can guess where it's at, and it's working. Oh, hold on. No. Oh, come on. I'm gonna go out and go back. Come back in. I could play. I could do it from the bottom one.
Odell, I heard him live say it in the debate against Greg Locke in Tennessee. I kept hearing them say the 24-hour sun would refute flat Earth. The 24-hour sun would prove the globe. Dean Odell said, let's go to Antarctica for a week and see what the sun does. Jaron Campanella said that this would, prove the globe and refute flat Earth. And so it's like, guys, I listened to you. I gave you an honest go. And then that's how I came up with this idea. And then I offered to pay for it. It's like, guys, don't treat me like this. I'm not the enemy here.
I want to talk to you a little bit about religious belief. I think the flat earther and religious person.
Yeah, I can do it. I can't see it on the screen, but I can do it on the bottom one in a minute. So I can do it from, what's a pain in the butt? I don't know why it's disappeared from me.
Oh dear.
Have a similar experience in some ways. So, for example, they are both part of a community, which has its benefits, and it's a nice thing. However, I think it also makes it more difficult to walk away from, especially if you're seen as a leader within that community. And I would argue that flat earth content creators are leaders in their community. As a pastor, you're a leader within your church community. Now imagine over the past year or years, you've lost your faith.
Right, it's minutes in. Let me just go out and let me just get rid of it and come shake it back in just to see if it's getting that bar back. Move. Again.
Get it.
You're talking to the dog, me.
Go.
Okay.
Expect that by showing
No,
a few flat earthers, there's in fact a 20.
I do it from the bottom. It hasn't come back for me. I don't know why. Weird.
Sunday, it goes unnoticed for the most part.
This answer will surprise you, but I think it would be easier. And I'll tell you why. Being in a position of leadership, if I walked away from the faith, I couldn't continue to talk like I still believe. I couldn't continue to teach lies and things like that. So I think it actually would be easy for me to be like, hey guys, sorry, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I'm walking away from this. I don't believe this anymore. I can't continue to be on this platform saying these things.
How do you think the religious community would respond to that? Because the flat Earth community does not respond well when people leave the flat Earth.
Yeah,
What?
it's interesting. I haven't seen a lot of examples,
It's
but
ridiculous. We don't give a
yeah,
shit. We just
Sorry.
laugh at it because it's not possible.
Nobody finds truth and then goes back to lie. So anyone who's claimed to be a flat earther and gone back to globe were never a flat earther in the first place.
Exactly. It's not possible.
I believe
The
that.
stupidest thing ever.
And I believe some people sell out, like Ranty. I do believe like flats. He still knows it's flat, but he sold out and won't. That's why you don't see him, because he's still in that club. He knows it's flat, but he's proclaiming it's a globe, and he can't come back because he sold out. You know what I mean? You don't see him anymore, do you? That's all.
Who don't you see anymore?
Ranty.
Granted.
Oh yeah.
It's so crazy. How would Flats be someone who's sold out? I want to see Flats' big ass mansion and all his luxury. Then, I mean, come on. Where's his big mansion in Africa and everything? Where is his luxury life? If he's such a sellout, you know, why isn't he living the luxurious life? You know, it's crazy talk.
I get it. So I'm going back. I'm just trying anything to get this bar back on the screen. Nah, I'll have to control it from the bottom. But I'm scared if we go out that it'll mess up the stream. I don't think it would, but
Yeah,
it's tough.
some people are drinking
Something
some
else that I
strong
was not-
spirits.
yeah.
This is another answer to your question. Something else I didn't anticipate seeing was how quickly flat earthers would turn on their own. When someone like Jaron Campanella...
Hold on. If they're not flat earthers, then they're not our own, are they? But we don't turn them. I mean, when Richie, it took us, look, flats didn't remove our spinal for ages. People were saying, look, they should remove it and that. He didn't. You know what I mean? They gave it a chance for a bit. There was some people said, no, don't give it a chance. There was a lot of people who said, give it a chance, but proved that she was wrong it.
She got a big chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing with Rachel, right?
Rachel
were on the side where she were getting trolled by these ballers, right? And then within a month of her being back on ball, she quickly picked up them exact same traits, and now she's one of the worst trolls you'll ever come across. Yeah, that's my problem with her.
That's it.
I think just because she was a woman, we were giving her, or the channel was giving her way too much. What's it called? We're too patient with her. I think she was treated way too nice just because she's a female. Because other people, and I'm not going to mention names, didn't have the same treatment at all.
Too much credit and too much grace. Yeah.
Stated, hey guys, this is cool. Let's go to Antarctica. It's free. They're all of a sudden like, you're a shill, you're fake, you're paid opposition, controlled opposition. It's like, whoa, guys, what in the world? You guys have all been saying you want to go to Antarctica. Like, I remember a guy. It's in one of my videos.
I have never ever in my fucking life have I ever said that I wanted to go to Antarctica.
No,
I've never ever said that.
I think I said this before you came on, Sav, right? In my bucket list of things to do, Antarctica's probably last.
Absolutely.
Listen, this whole idea that I despise the cold. Okay, I despise it. When I get cold, I get pissed off. I wouldn't want to go anywhere where I would have to be pissed off all day, all night, until I got back home where it was warm again. You know?
Like me and PJ living in England, right? Are going to go somewhere that's worse than England.
Yeah, right.
So right.
Yeah. I know. It gets cold enough bloody here, and in Scotland where I'm from, slightly colder in Scotland.
I've been cold this week.
I know it's cold now. It's cold this
it's cold right now, man.
And it's not even, I mean, wow. I mean, what is it? It's done in October tomorrow.
What is it outside at your places? I don't. It should be about 7 degrees. No, it's 12 degrees Celsius outside right now, but it feels way colder.
It's 12 degrees where I'm at. Yeah, 12 degrees.
Yeah,
right
same
now.
here, and it feels way colder than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of frosty cold, but not frosty, but getting there.
Well, it's wet here at the minute. It's quite wet.
Same
so
here. So I got that. I got that very cold feeling.
It's been torrential here today.
And
All day.
all the trees out in front of me, they've just chopped them all down. About 15 trees, big massive trees, probably about, I don't know, 50 years old, maybe the height of them, maybe about 40 foot. I don't know the age. They could be older, they could be younger, I don't know. Probably about 40, 50 foot high, maybe 60. And they've just chopped them all down.
Man, we have big trees around here that's drowning. They're drowning and dying out. They're just drying in.
Mhm.
So we gotta chop them down because they died. They they were flooded by rain.
So how many's left? If we took them all
They have
down.
lived for so many years, but the last couple of years the weather has changed so much here that they're drowning now every year.
Aye. It's not good, man. Not good.
Right, PJ, before you press play, I'm going to get off to bed, mate.
All right, dude. There's only 9 minutes of the list left, guys. So I'm just gonna get on with it. Nice one, Michael, for being here, dude.
No worries. God bless everybody. Dave.
Sleep well, mate.
Des. I'll catch you on the next one.
See, well, I'll be on tomorrow. I mean, what I was meant to do today, that I was going to do tomorrow, and I actually set for tonight, but then I seen this and changed it. I'll do tomorrow. So I just need to put up a thumbnail tonight for tomorrow. It's tomorrow afternoon. I'll be on because I've got stuff in the morning to do. So I'll be on.
Though,
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow?
No, Lucas Wednesday.
I'll be avoiding that one like the plague.
Well, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't turn up, but we'll see. We'll see.
I can't be doing entertaining Luca on how to do with Bible when he's not read it, mate.
I know.
It's like if you want to debate Bible, read it first, and then I might entertain that. Like, but
exactly. But I mean, I've got to admit a lot of things that, but he'll just go back on it again at some point, you know. But I mean, it was meant to be tomorrow night with him, but then I forgot about Flats, and then Flats became ill, so we swapped it tonight. So I've just kept it for Wednesday afternoon. If he turns up, he turns up. I hope he doesn't. Sorry, Luke, I kind of hope you don't.
Right, I'm off. Night, guys. God bless.
Bless you, man.
Good night.
I nearly ended stream again then.
Oh, dude. He done that to me.
God.
He ended the stream on me. Michael's my husband, so he can do it. He can get any and end it.
Right, I'm off. I'll see you later.
And he did that to me. He thought that the end button, the end option was the leave. He's doing it.
Oh, God, yeah.
Flat Earthers talking about Antarctica. Some guy.
It's a bloody pain that I can't get this bar on the screen to play. I have to do it from the icons at the bottom where we're at. Sort of thing. Wow.
I called into Jeranism probably a year ago or more and was like, we got to go to Antarctica. And Jaren's like, I agree. Not one Flat Earther's ever been there. It's been 9 years. And this guy was like, we're going. I don't care what it takes. We're going. And he's like, all right, let's figure it out. And so it's like, all of a sudden, we're going to go. And they're just, if Flat Earther says he's going to go, they're just like, oh, we don't trust you anymore. You work for the government. You work for NASA, whatever. It's crazy. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, this is not coherent.
What's crazy about him, man? That is, he's talking about a place we can't even find on a map, a place that doesn't exist. That little thing they call Antarctica, that little landmass they show us, it doesn't exist. It never did. It's not there. So first of all, let's see that actual mass from the sky. Let's see Antarctica's form from the sky. We can't see that. We never will because it's not there.
No.
They just make that place up, and you know, that place is actually many places on different places of Earth. It's in that area, but it's not there. It's places nearby we don't know about where they have their bases. We know the land masses are there, but we don't know they are there, and we are not able to go there ourselves. It's like on the border of what we call the ice walls of that area. You know, they got these land masses where they do all these things, and those places are all put together to some little fantasy place that they put together and to call it Antarctica. But that place is not even located where they point at. It's so annoying when they show that little picture and talk about it like it's real.
I know. It's beyond the dream.
T50 as well. She's a former flat earther, and I asked her about her experience and how her relationships changed, and she heard everything, that she was never a flat earther, that she's a shill, that she's AI.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been accused of being AI, by the way.
But
I don't think people were serious. Well, I think people were messing about that you were AI. I don't think people were really being serious, dude. I could be wrong, but I don't think that.
circling back to the actual trip, the final experiment, you're
He
going to be
might as
there
well
for
be.
5 days or 5 nights.
Hi. He's like an NPC, isn't he?
Yeah, he might as well be. He's acting like one, even if he knows better. He's acting like a robot, man.
Of course.
He's acting non-human.
That's it. NPCs galore.
Is that correct?
Yeah. So we're going to be there for 5 days, 4 nights. And again, maybe those 4 nights will actually be 4 days.
Yeah, 4 long days. Either way, that's a long time to be in the middle of nowhere staring at the sun. Well, actually, that's a poor choice of words. Hopefully, everyone knows not to stare directly at the sun.
Well,
I believe observe was the right word there.
Sob does it. Sob does it, and his eyes are
I
fine.
do it.
You do it.
Well.
What do you call it? Sun gazing.
Yeah, you just gotta know the certain times of day, early day and late day. You can't do it in when the sun is on the highest point. You gotta do it when it's low in the morning to noon, and in the evening, certain times a day.
Well, I've tried looking at the sun. I just start blinking and sneeze.
I get it. I'll look at it. I've gotten to a point I can look at it any time of the day.
I know.
Yeah, I can too, but that is where you might damage your eyes a little bit in the end. But if you do it at the right times, there's no damage at all. I don't feel any damage either. I've done like you said too. I keep testing myself, man. I can stand there staring into it forever, because at some point your eyes doesn't water anymore, and you're just seeing a dot with a light around it.
For me, it goes green. It kind of, I start seeing the actual the round shape of it. It kind of gets pronounced, and my eye blink, and then it starts like it's just like a green circle that I see, and then I start sneezing. Do not know why, but a few people I know sneeze with us looking at the sun.
Well, I get wet eye. I get watery eyes if the sun is strong. And I guess you just sneeze because of that feeling in your eyes, probably.
Probably it's all sinus connected.
Something.
Yeah, all sinus connected. Yeah. ENT.
4 or 5 days observing the sun. That's a long time. Do you have anything planned to pass the time, or is there actually a lot to do there?
Well, no, I don't. I don't know what there is to do there. I know you can hike, you can bike, they're going to take us on a scenic flight around Antarctica. So there's a lot of things that will happen down there. But my main goal,
speedboating, jet skiing with the whales and the penguins. It's a holiday resort, of course, Oh, sure, it'd be boring.
Goal is the sun. Documenting it as much as I possibly can. I obviously have to sleep as well, so we'll see how that goes.
I wonder if Jaron and Austin will sleep in shifts. Probably not.
Hey, I think it'd be a great idea. I'm down.
Lightning round. I have a couple of fun questions for you. Feel free to answer however you like, but a simple yes or no will probably suffice for most of them, or almost all of them. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Will there be alcohol at the campsite?
No idea. I don't drink, so I haven't asked.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Does Nathan Oakley believe the earth is flat?
No idea.
Do you believe in psychics, particularly the...
Why does he ask that about Nathan Oakley?
Why you ask somebody else what somebody else thinks?
I know.
I mean, that's just dumb as shit. Hey, what does Vladimir Putin think about this? What? I'm not fucking... No, man, I'm not Vladimir Putin. Ask him, bro.
I know. I mean, yes. Obviously, Nathan thinks the earth is flat. No.
Would Michael Jackson moonland? No, would Michael Jackson what's it called? Moonwalk on
Moonwalk.
yeah, on that. Yeah, fuck, I can't even remember the word now.
Antarctica.
Just ask that question, man. That's even better.
Relatives.
No.
How old is the earth?
I think it's less than 10,000 years old.
Which group wins in a fight?
Well, it's one thing I agree with them on.
The 24 flat earthers or the 24 globers?
No idea.
Which group wins in a math competition?
I would say the globe side would win the math competition based on the debates I've seen.
Does the Bible say the earth is flat?
No.
And finally, most important question of all.
That you guys think math is reality when we don't. Mad. They can win a massive competition if they want. It doesn't make the bloody ass a globe, does it?
Which is a superior pet, dogs or cats?
Definitely dogs.
Okay, cool. I have just 2 more questions for you, Will.
Even on that, he's wrong.
First one being,
He can't. He
That
doesn't
is
even know nature. Cats are the superior to the dog. That's always been like that. It always will be like that. A dog cannot fight a cat its own size. There's no chance. Unless it's a
No,
specially
that's
bred
true.
dog. And it's one of those gigantic muscle ones with a jawbreaker mouth, you know, with a stonebreaker mouth. But natural dogs don't have a chance against a cat that's even close to its size.
Yeah, I would say that's very true. Yeah, I would say that's true.
Friend of mine had some kind of African cat. That thing was meaner and shit. It was big too. Big old cat. Had these spots on it. And
I mean,
he-
good
that-
luck fighting
I'll
a
tell
big
you what,
cat.
that thing was stalking my dog. That thing was
Wow.
stalking my dog, trying to fuck with it.
Dogs are fucking afraid of cats if cats are not afraid of dogs, which they usually ain't
What?
unless they have a reason to.
What?
People have Savannah cat.
I don't know what Savannah cat is. Is that what the soap is on
I
about?
think so. They're bigger than a normal cat.
Oh, bigger than right. Got you.
They're from Africa.
Of course, dogs chase it. A dog will chase anything, but when it meets a cat scratching its face up for once, it's gonna think twice next time.
Well, that's true. That's true.
this is actually probably a better question for when it's all over, but can you reflect on the journey thus far, and particularly if there's anything you would have done differently had you had the benefit of hindsight?
Yeah, the number one thing I would have done differently is I would not have gone on Sean Griffin's show prior to announcing that I was behind the final experiment, because he ended up asking me if I knew who was behind it. I hadn't announced that yet, and so I denied it, and they've
You
made
lied.
A mountain out of that molehill.
Yes, you lied.
Well,
Why
that's
don't
just
you
one
say it?
lie. That's just one of your lies.
That's just one, yeah. And you can't even say the fact that you lied. You just said you didn't admit it or whatever. You didn't say you lied. Because you did. You lied. Simple.
He said he denied it, which is like,
No, he denied it.
I denied the truth.
It's lying.
Yeah, he's just trying to talk around lying,
Of
calling
course.
it something else.
I'm actually aware of that. You made an apology video. It's just an unfortunate thing.
Ah.
If somehow
Oh, it's just
Flat
an
Earth
unfortunate
debate
thing.
doesn't come to an end this
It's
December,
unfortunate that he lied out of his mouth. It was like you're making it sound like it was a mistake. Like it
Yeah.
fell out. It fell out. The lie just fell out.
Well, and didn't what's his face say he accidentally said that he was a war veteran, a disabled war veteran, because
Oh,
he was on Oxycontins or some shit.
Wow. Wow. Yep. He's a liar.
what's your involvement with the Flat Earth look like going forward?
I doubt I'll be involved, to be honest with you. This has taken up way too much of my time, way more than I anticipated. I wanted this to be a little bit of a side project while I did all my other passions and pursuits and, you know, educating my kids. And so I just don't think I'm going to be able to continue.
That's
Dumbing down
unfortunate.
my
So the
kids.
channel is just going to sit
So you're
there.
dropping
and
out of the race,
sad.
huh?
But
I
you
know.
brought a lot of excitement, and in some way you may have brought, I know part of your intention was to bring the sides together. Maybe that will happen. Of course, the story is not over. Since you mentioned the fact that it's taking up way more of your time, you have also said that it was costing you more money than you originally expected. I understand how it's taking up so much more time than you may have expected, but how is it costing more than you originally expected?
Yeah, so my original budget that I got approval from my wife on was to only have 2 people go to Antarctica. Actually,
You got approval from his wife. Fair play. Fair play.
His wife, John? Or what's his name again?
Oh, wow.
so you know what? When I first came up with the idea, it was 1, and it was only 1 flat earther. Then I was able to find ALE, who offered less expensive trips, and so then it was going to be 2. 1 flat earther and 1 globe earther, and that globe earther was probably going to be me. Then I realized I'm a nobody, so I need to pay for a big time globe earther and a
You don't think that, Will. Come on. Don't be self-deprecating.
You finally said something that wasn't a lie.
Oh, come on, Ryan. Don't let him be self-deprecating. Poor
So,
Will.
wait a second. Does this mean
Oh,
that
well.
does this mean he's himself is not going?
Yes. That's what it says.
See, then what the fuck? He's right back to the same boat he was in before this thing came about. He's got to listen to somebody else's story about it.
Yep, absolutely.
Holy crap.
Exactly. It's beyond the joke, isn't it?
Get all the footage.
Yep.
Big time flat earther. Then it's 3. Now we're adding Austin. Now it's 4.
So when you said 1, you were not even including yourself. You were going to send them alone.
That's right.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So my
What?
budget is over by 200%.
Wow. All right. So I guess that's going to do it. Will, anything you'd like to share with the audience before we go?
Yeah. If you're not familiar with the Final Experiment, check us out on YouTube. Just search the Final Experiment. We'll come right up. We post updates very frequently, weekly. And then our website is thefinalexperiment.com with dashes, the-final-experiment.com. A lot of cool information on there, FAQs, who's going to Antarctica, scoreboard.
Oh yeah, the one I want to cover with Lucky Haskins. I think is he talking about Mark Sargent in it? I think he is. If I remember rightly. I want to cover that in the next few days.
It's just so
Live
annoying. The
countdown.
people that's going is a lot of people I don't trust.
Yeah, let's have a look at this again quickly. So Jaron accepted, Dave McKeegan accepted, Witz accepted, Leonard Williams self-funded, Lisbeth crowdfunded. That was the one we seen on the other day. Duff declined. Critical Think crowdfunded, McToon crowdfunded.
Timer for when we get to Antarctica. So yeah, check us out,
Huh.
and
But he
hopefully you'll
declined. Good.
be watching us come December.
I will, of course, have all the links for the viewers in the description below so they can find you and follow along. Well, I hope you have a great trip. Be safe. And yeah, I might have to ask you to come back on again in 3 months or so if you're willing. Normally that'd be way too soon.
If you're willing.
You're going to have plenty of things to talk about.
Yeah, happy to come back sometime in January.
I'm
This is the
willing
end.
and I'm
If you
Duffy.
made it this far, do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe.
There you go. That's it. Done. We did it. We managed to get through that garbage.
With minimal amounts of indigestion as well.
Oh, unbelievable, isn't it?
Am I the only one feeling a little nauseous after listening to
Nope,
this?
not the only one.
I
Bloody hell. I mean, yeah, Will being so. I mean, you're right, Ryan. Yeah, he did say something truthful in the end that he's a nobody, but he doesn't think that about himself. He really doesn't. I don't think.
I was only teasing. I didn't mean that.
He's being self-deprecating. Poor Will. We should give him a cuddle.
Well, now I feel sorry for him. He needs a hug.
Oh, good.
Poor
Good. We
They
got
always think they're feeling hurt, don't they?
Hey, was I going to say, Jim? Jim's still in chat. Jim, I'm going to do some of your observations tomorrow. I'll play out with Mr. Super Sidewinder tonight because he's got a bit late. And I'll do as I was going to do anyway. I'll play some of your observations tomorrow afternoon on my afternoon stream. I am going back to doing mornings in the GMT, but the next few days will be afternoons, just because I've got something to do tomorrow. Then the Luca one on Wednesday. Let's see if he turns up. Because he was hoping it was going to be tomorrow, but it can't be. It can't be because of circumstances. Anyway, it'll be Flats on tomorrow night because I'm not on. I should have been on, obviously, but Flats is on tonight. So, yeah. So, if you're on tonight, are you?
Yeah. I'm going to go on tonight. I'm going to take a look at another one of these people that have crept out of the woodwork and started their part of the final offensive toward, reaffirming the globe. And again, by somebody who has not given a whole lot of research, should be a lot of fun. So check it out.
Do you want to put songs? I don't. Oh, is it? It's cool. It's cool. You haven't sorted out your stream yet, have you? But you can still put your channel link in. I'll put your channel link in. What about Barbara?
Oh, yeah, where am I?
Oh yeah, Barbara, can you put a subs link in? You just got it at hand. And can you put yours and Vicky's in for Wednesday night? If that's all right, Barbara. Because Vicky's phone's on charge, she'd usually do it. Hey, Luca is so desperate for friends, while PG is far too nice to people not deserving, in my honest opinion. Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think Luca is desperate to get friends, because I talked to him on Element, and if you don't talk to him about something he believes, he's not coming back on, to talk to you. I guess he's only coming back on live stuff because he's being seen and heard, but he
Yeah.
don't care to talk to you after
But
the show.
I think the reason he comes to me and that is for approval from them,
Yeah.
not from me.
Because they get
Well, yeah, for them, yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. So Sol's already put it in, and yeah, it's and Barbara's put it in as well. Ryan, are you and Roger on? In the morning. Well, my morning. You're later.
I believe we are, but you might. But give us time, and we'll let you know for sure. We'll post it.
Cool.
I think he's looking for an echo chamber, not friends, just an echo chamber.
Yeah, what, man?
Ryan.
What?
No, it's fine. Roger, put your link in if you're in chat. I know you haven't sorted out the stream yet, but just put your link in, dude.
Ryan, put yours in.
And Ryan, put yours in as well, dude.
Liz, put yours in.
And Vicky, you would usually do it all.
Oh, yeah.
He's in charge.
Funny thing, I went to bed yesterday having 21 followers and
There you
woke up
go.
with 20. I wonder how
Dude.
that happens.
Dude, it's been
There
happening to me for days. I've been going from 326 to 328, and then by the end of a stream, I'm back down 2 again. It's gone up tonight by 3. Obviously, Flats must have sent a few people over because it's usually his night. So because it was subscribers only. Yeah, it's gone up 3. But I dare say by the morning it'll be down 2 again.
I got 8.
I don't think people are unsubscribing. I just think it's YouTube messing with that.
It's
Maybe.
possible.
Or it just might be people.
Yeah.
They do. They just change.
Or they can't, or they sometimes. Yeah, nice one. What, Ben?
I got 88.
You got 88 what subs?
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
wouldn't take it personally or worry about it.
No, I just find it very weird. I mean, why do you even click subscribe if you want to click it away the next day? What's that about? I just don't get it.
Well, after a while, if you do
I
like
mean,
me,
I'm
you end up
subscribed
with
to so
300,
many people I don't even care to watch, just because I want to help them out.
Right, I am going to play out with
Mr. Super
Mr. Well, lucky Haskins and Mr. Super Sideways tonight. Helpless. Why not? That one will do. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Still not getting it. Thanks, Sov. Good night, mate. And everybody go to Sov's when he's on.
There's a town, North Ontario, dream, comfort, memory to spare. And in my mind, I still need a place to go. And all my changes were there. Blue window behind the stars. A yellow moon is on the rise. And big birds flying across the sky. Throwing a shadow on our eyes. It leaves us a helpless, helpless, helpless. A helpless, helpless, helpless. The chains are tied, locked across my door. Baby, baby, sing with me somehow. Come on, baby, sing with me somehow. Blue, blue window behind the stars. The yellow moon, it's on the rise. And a big bird's flying across the sky. You're throwing shadows on our eyes. It leaves us a helpless, helpless, helpless. A helpless, helpless, helpless. The chains are tied, locked across my door. Baby, baby, sing with me somehow. Come on, babe, sing with me somehow. A helpless, helpless, helpless.
Yeah, man.
A helpless what? A helpless what?
Love Haskins, man. Love Haskins and Mr. Super Sideminder. Bless him, man. Bless him. And thanks again, Mr. Super Sideminder, as I do every day, for the use of the music. Bless you, man. Thank you, everybody in chat, for being here. It was Glev Kung Fu just come in at the end. Sorry, dude. Sorry, bro. Thanks for showing up. Jim, I will play some of your observations on tomorrow afternoon one. Carol Appel, good night. Bless you, man. Good night, all. And You the Sunset's Free is free.
Indeed.
Indeed, guys. Bless yous. Ta-da.